This adventure started out with the whole COVID situation as a little challenging. I have to say there was a close window on getting my timing right for the amount of hours to having to get COVID tests. But once I lined that up and got on my aircraft, it was a pleasure. I just had to get to Addis and then Harare. We switched over and got on a charter plane. What was really amazing about the charter plane is we were able to get clearance and was able to fly and look at the entire length of the falls. Absolutely magnificent. There's no word to express it. Victoria Falls was clearly one of my bucket list opportunities, and it was truly amazing.
So this is the 31 kilometers to the depression. No, you can't complain. The father probably could be changed. I said that about 10 years ago. The mountain and father.
Well, we finally got here, right? I mean, it's only been 12 years that we've been trying to get together on a hunt, and you know, just what a crazy amount of COVID nonsense to get through the process.
A nightmare.
I mean, it just, but the greatest adventures in life, lots of issues, and so it's, yeah, we got through all of that. Victoria Falls was amazing. I mean, literally one of the most awe-inspiring moments for me. I mean, just be able to see the seventh wonder. And normally in life, you start to get you're really excited about something. Literally from the time I was 12 years old, reading about Victoria Falls. Usually when you get there, there's always
Disappointment.
Disappointment, right? It never hits the level. That was the first time it actually overachieved my best expectations. It's just amazing. And so it's a long journey, and we're in Kazuma Camp, and really excited to be here. It's one of the premier elephant locations, certainly in Zimbabwe and maybe in Africa. And I just could not be more excited to be with Buzz and having an opportunity, you know, at a non-trophy.
Yeah, so what you find, this is early season and we've had record rains. I mean, you look around the roads or rivers, it's going to be sticky and wet. We're going to get stuck. It's going to be interesting tracking. It's also extremely thick. And as Julia says, we're after a non-trophy bull, which is a wonderful hunt. So for me, it makes it as pure a hunt as possible, because you're not actually looking for massive ivory. What we're looking for is a big old bull. And also, what I know Julius feels the same thing. It's about the hunt. We want to experience the tracking. We want to experience the approaches. It's more than just a trophy hunt. So really looking forward to it. It's an important hunt. In these areas, there's not much else other than elephant and some buffalo. These non-trophies, the meat goes to the Forestry Commission, who own these areas. That meat is made into what we call biltong, or Americans would refer to as jerky, and that's for their patrols. And these guys patrol these areas, and they do a pretty good job of it. Not many elephant have been poached, and these are big wild areas. They've done a fantastic job, but that is how they get around with elephant meat, and that's their source of protein. So not to mention the financial side that keeps the boreholes running, etc. So it's going to be a great hunt. Hopefully, as we listen to the thunder in the background, it won't be too wet, but it's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. It's an adventure. You know, this whole thing it's not about the ivory. It is literally about the adventure of being here. Literally in the middle of summer, it's all the conditions are rough, and that's what to me makes the whole hunt. And so really excited to be here.
Fantastic. We've done a few shots on the range as such. Great shooting, so we're good to go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Tomorrow's our first day, so we'll be up early, and our intention, Julius, is to follow at least one set of bulls a day, and if we're lucky we can catch them early, we can get onto a second set. That's ideal. So that's our game plan for the next 10 days. Day one of our hunt, the first things that we came across was a fresh buffalo track down the road, and we were looking at it, and we were considering following this buffalo, but we actually saw him on the side of the road, and he was a beautiful old buffalo bull, and we discussed it. But shooting that bull on the very first day would have been anticlimactic, and in my eyes you would lose so much of the hunt if you did that. Yes, you would have had a great old buffalo, but really the hunt in itself is about tracking, it's about approaching, it's about experiencing buffalo at close quarters. So I'm very glad we didn't. So on this hunt, it's very, very thick. With this rain, it's going to be super thick. It's going to be pretty dangerous. We're going to have to be very careful about it also, because the bulls are in musk, which is a heightened breeding condition. We're going to have to be very careful. When the bulls are in musk, they're super aggressive, and we're just going to have to use our discretion. Okay, so what we're going to do, this big bull's gone off the road. He's on top of the reins now. We're still pretty certain that he's the one that crossed into Botswana, but there's been quite a lot of movement, so he may not be. So we're going to track him. It's only about 1.2 miles to the boundary, so we'll just give it a go and see what happens. Right, so Julius, I think there's a 60% chance that he's the one that's crossed off. They say he's gone and he's now facing away, but he may turn around and go on. But let's go and have a look. He may go back to those cows. Let's give it a go. We've got time. Absolutely. And then after that, we'll go and see what's happened with our buffalo.
Just go sort them out.
Okay, cool. He spent a lot of time under this tree here. No, it's okay. As we close, this elephant hasn't crossed out. He's inside here and he's close. Catch him, Julius, just listen to what I've got to say. I whisper all my hand signals, come on, walk quietly, just common sense with what I'm saying. Okay, he's heard us walking. Yet he's seen him. He says he's a very big body. He hasn't seen Tusk-wise what he is, so we'll carry on, just go as quietly as we can. It's swollen, he's in musk. You can see the temporal gland as well, but he's a big bull there. Very big body. 25 pounder. He's gonna be a trophy one day. Let's leave him and move on.
So we just had a quick bite to eat, 15 minutes, and some of the people at the community there said that there was a good track, and sure enough, we come out here and there's a 25-inch, just a giant old bull track. So we're going to be chasing tuskers here in a little bit.
Right. Go tell an speed in Bijane. Okay, can I easy good tell to do to Bijane. So they're digging here at you. Look at the size of that front foot there. No, that's just the foot there, and this is digging with his feet here, but look at the size of that front foot there. So very thick though, your visibility is not a lot there. Nice bull. Yeah, there's no point in us pushing him, we've seen him and now. Not with this. Yeah. But yeah, that's a big bull. If you're trophy hunting, you would consider that bull there. Wow, that was a quick tracking session also. Well, it's Monday, and boy, woke up cool, damp, really quite unusual for this time of the year. Rains stop, but still heavy clouds, and there's a couple bulls coming in and out right on the Botswana border. So there's the guys are off sorting it out over here, but should be a good morning, and hopefully we can keep the rain at bay.
But it's crazy to be in jackets at this time of year.
That's what we want. That's what we want. One tusker. Look at the size of them. We've just seen a really big-bodied bull with one tusk, short tusk, which is exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to follow him up from here. We were literally just a minute ago, absolutely perfect shooter bull, just walk right behind the truck. The guys are out there tracking, and he walked right behind us, 50 yards. Beautiful one tusk broken off, the other one down. We're going after this bull right now. That's bad luck. The perfect non-trophy, that huge in body, one little stumpy tusk. It's what we'll do to just carry on and hunt. Let me just look at these ones, but we'll come back here. I think what he's wanting to do is wanting to follow those other bulls. He may still cross here at some point, so if we don't have luck, we're going to come back like we did in the afternoon a bit earlier, and we marked this section here. That was bad luck right there. We actually had a shooter bull literally while we're in the car looking at these other two. Walk right in from Botswana, walk right over into our unit. Stood out here and just didn't like what he felt or saw, and then turned around and went back into Botswana. But he had a broken tusk, very big old bull, 40-year-old bull. This one tusk was probably, 20 pound or 15, 20 pound broken off on the other. Perfect non-trophy bull. But hopefully he'll be back. We've seen an elephant, part of an elephant. We're going to go and have a look at it now. It's actually a young bull. Following the cars, y'all. We wanted to shoot him. We would just walk straight up to him now. It would be a nice situation, but y'all, he needs to grow another third bigger than that. Okay, come this way, guys. Yes, he would certainly qualify as a non-trophy, but he's small. Well, we just stopped and get a little bit of lunch, and it's kind of a little mini Serengeti right here, so we got a beautiful view and just saw a big herd of elephant go through, about maybe 8 or 9 elephant, and got a chance to see a shooter, a bull. An opportunity. It was a younger
a non-trophy bull, but too small, too young, and get a beautiful view and have some lunch, and it's all good.
Okay, we just finished our lunch break and we were driving back and we spotted 2 bulls across a big flay here. So we're going to quickly go and try and follow them up and see. I saw one was a trophy, the other one I didn't see, so we're going to have to try and catch up and just see if it is a non-trophy. Body size, average to above average, but not big. Nice sunken in temples. Då får man gå nu. Julius, if he gives us the perfect close, are you happy to shoot him? Wait for him. No, wait. He's an old bull, he's just not very big. He's got some sunken in temples, so let's just wait and see what he does. Remember that distance, he can come quite fast. Okay. Yeah. Done like a professional. Safety on. Was that exciting or what?
Oh my God.
What a beautiful shot. Well done.
Wow.
Beautiful, clean brain shot, the way it should be, hey? At about 10 yards.
Both barrels.
Both barrels. Is your name Sten Sedergren by chance?
Wow, that was exciting. He came in and fucking flared up. That was awesome.
That was beautiful.
What is that? 10 feet?
10 yards. 10 yards, hey? 10 yards. Beautiful. Beautiful. And beautifully brained, hey? The way it's supposed to be, hey? No, stone dead. Julius? Well done, my friend. Well done. Fantastic hunt. Thank you, gentlemen. There are big animals, so much bigger than the valley, hey? Hey? Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful hunt. And the frontal brain shot, which is, oh, look how low you had to go on the shot because his head was raised up, hey?
Yeah.
You've done your homework, eh?
You taught me to do the homework, looking for those zygomatics and just kind of keep chasing down for the broomstick.
And you know, he's an ideal non-trophy bull. He's old, you can see his sunken in temples. Very nice one to take as a non-trophy. Well tracked, guys. Good tracking, eh?
That was a highlight of my hunting career right there. Buzz and the team overcame a lot of adversity, terrible weather, I mean just rain, flood. It was just an adventure just getting to the points where we could start chasing these guys. And 5 days, 50 miles. I mean, they say you hunt 'em with your feet, and boy, that was the case here.
You are only as good as your team, and without good trackers and Eddie driving around helping find tracks, dropping us off, and our National Parks Game Scout, who all chipped in, fantastic. So it's very much a team effort, and that's what elephant hunting is about. If you don't have good trackers, you have got absolutely no chance. So I'd like to thank you guys. Thanks very much, guys.
We would not be here without, without them and getting this to this point. What a wonderful day this morning turned out to be. Literally, the sun's coming out, hardly any clouds in the sky, and got my dream bull yesterday. It was amazing opportunity.
Okay. Yep.
Today we're focused on the recovery, on getting all that wild protein into the hands of the local people. This is going to be a big part of the journey, getting in that, a half a mile back in where the elephant is. I mean, literally cutting through the jungle to get through there. I mean, this is going to be quite a job. It was boggy, and especially in the last 100 meters or so, it got really wet. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to see if these vehicles can make it in there.
On these non-trophy hunts, when the elephant is down, you get pictures, and then the recovery team comes in. They recover every scrap of meat from these elephants, and it's turned into biltong, and that biltong is given to the national parks as well as the Forestry Commission guards, whose job it is to do obviously anti-poaching, but also their job is to do veld management. Veld is an Afrikaans word for bush management, which encompasses cutting fire breaks and generally looking after the area so it doesn't get degraded. And one has to realize that if the land is in good shape, it'll always host animals. If you let that land get degraded, or worse still, trees cut down, and at the worst case scenario, people moving in, making maize fields, that land is lost to wildlife forever. So that is one of the guys' jobs, and to help them do that, spending a lot of time in the field, their protein actually is meat from these non-trophy elephant hunts that Julius has just done now.
After harvesting this magnificent animal, it was a very emotional moment. I mean, literally, I put my hand on this animal and I felt something very, very powerful, and it's very personal. And I also know where that animal is going to go. I know what the good it's going to bring for conservation. I truly understand how that hunt fits into conservation and the efforts that we have to maintain for hunting, for Africa, by Africans. It's critically important.
With the safari winding down, Buzz and Julius got serious about finding a management buffalo. On day one, they found just such a bull right off the road, and he seemed to be just begging for a trip to the camp skinning shed. But with time on their side, they decided to let him get on with his afternoon feed. But 50 yards down the road, two male lions were spotted shadowing the bull, who was last seen heading into thick cover, fast. There was definitely drama in the air. For lions are the buffalo's eternal enemy. Fast forward 10 days later, and Buzz and Julius have found themselves in the thick of a large buffalo herd. With the wind finally holding steady for once, they took their time, carefully looking the herd over and hoping for a nice management bull to present himself.
Let's get ready for this opening here. Two bulls fighting here. Young, the one on the right is young. Just look at the one at the left. We're gonna go out here. The open starts here. We're thinking they're going out in That's it, going away from us. Oh, that's a buffalo, sorry. Julius, this one, just come on, just focus on the opening there, where the car is not. When the car moves forward, there's a bull to the left, and I saw a bull. Wait for him to take a step.
Should I shoot him?
Yes, yeah, sure, okay, shoot. You've only got a neck shot, you'd have to stand forward. Put your safety on. Just come on the sticks here. Focus on the opening there. Okay, Julius, this one. Just come on the sticks here. Focus on the opening there. Wait for the shoulder shot. Okay. Get ready. That, wait. Hey? How did you feel with your shot, Julius?
Okay.
Don, did you put down? I think he's already down. Put your safety on. Julius, how's that for a buffalo hunt?
That's the best buffalo I've ever had.
That's fantastic.
By far the best I've ever had.
Proper buffalo hunt.
That is just doesn't get better than that, man.
Well done, and that's a nice old bull, hey? Well done, gentlemen, hey? Yeah, I don't want to. Serious. Well done. Just whack him in the chest with the double, Julius. Safety on. Well, the other buffalo running through here. What a beautiful old Duggar boy, hey, Julius?
Doesn't get better than that, man. That's just beautiful. And the amazing is that we saw all those big giant bulls.
A magnificent
41, 42. Just amazing to be with them the whole afternoon.
In,
the wind
out,
held the whole
wind
time.
was good. But
Yeah.
that is a perfect bull. And to me, that's a trophy. It will be classified as a non-trophy by our regulations, but any hard-bossed bull hunted properly is a trophy. Well done, Julius. What a beautiful old bull. Look at that, eh? Kevin Robertson would be very happy with that. Look, his bosses actually are starting to recede. Look at that. That's like old leather. He's a 13-year-old bull. Well done. Well done, sir. Good shooting, man. Julius has shot this really old bull, which is ideal as a non-trophy. He's, if you look between his bosses, he's got a nice big leather strip there, wearing down his horns. Beautiful hard bossed bull, and he's probably about 13. And he's also been in the wars with some lions about probably 2 weeks ago. Just an ideal non-trophy, which is exactly what we wanted, and a magnificent hunt. And Julius did himself proud with his shooting.
And this is literally a non-trophy. Everything stays here. It's for the adventure. And truly, this is one of the best adventures I've had in my hunting career, and certainly in Africa. And what a way to end. Tomorrow's the last day, so it's right down to the end for the Cape Buffalo. And this old worn-torn bull, I mean, literally just within the last month was pretty savaged by some lions, and we saw that same thing happen on day one. And just great adventure. And thank you very much for just an amazing
Pleasure,
opportunity.
Julius. Wonderful shooting.
Thank you.
Well done. Beautiful old bull. You can be proud of him.
As hunters, one of the most enjoyable parts of our lifestyle is being able to share our adventures with fellow hunters. It may be a story around the campfire, or it may be photos. I'm grateful for the opportunity you, our viewers, give us each week to share our memories and love of the safari life here on the Sportsman Channel. It's been a great season, and for our entire team, our sponsors, our PHs, and our hunters, thank you. There would be no Hornadies Dark and Dangerous without you.